Hello and welcome to Journey to Pelvic Health. I'm really glad that you're here. I really think that this course is going to be an excellent resource for you to help manage and find ways to understand your chronic pain, as well as bring in yoga and mindfulness into your practice, and as a support system for any other practitioners that you're seeing right now. I think it's going to be a really great fit, so I'm really happy that you're here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Sheelah, hello, and I'm a 200-hour certified yoga teacher, mostly in Hatha, and I also have certifications in yoga for pelvic health, for brain injury, adapted yoga, and yin yoga. So my background is really in those modalities to make yoga really accessible to people and make it really fit and suit your body type versus having you try and fit and suit the yoga pose. So that's a little bit about where I come from in my yoga teaching. I'll get into more of that in a minute. But a little bit about me and why this program and why EndoYoga, why am I here? Well, it started because I have endometriosis and chronic pain. I've had symptoms since I was really young. So in my teenage years, I've had migraines, endometriosis when my cycle started, symptoms of that, as well as anxiety and chronic pain in other areas. So my challenge has really been a 15-year plus journey, and my ease into the understanding of pain and knowing that I had control really started about 2 years ago when I brought my team together. So I moved to Kelowna from Ontario, and believe it or not, I found amazing resources here, a pelvic floor physiotherapist, great massage therapy. The key point, I found a physician that really cared and directed me to the right resources. I got surgery for endometriosis, and all that time I've also been doing the work myself in terms of finding yoga and mindfulness practices that work for me and adapting them to me and my body, and then also really understanding what pain is. So I call that pain education. And knowing the science of pain, and that really was sort of the cherry on top of everything else that really helped me understand what pain was doing to my body and how I could directly impact it using yoga and mindfulness alongside all that information. So that's the basis of EndoYoga. I teach yoga classes online as well as in person here in the Okanagan, in Kelowna. I'm working with a studio called the Okanagan Breath and Wellness Studio. We're at a wellness center, and this is where I am right now, and I'm very excited recording this program here for you. So what to expect? I'll go over the 6 modules in our PowerPoint presentation later, but what you can really expect from this class is modification and props and a way to move through pain so that you feel it is safe, number one. You feel it supports you. So for any really tight muscles in the pelvic floor, the low back, the legs, the movements that we're incorporating are meant to stretch and release tension and remind your muscles that it's okay to relax. So that's really our key aim in the movement we create here. I have a philosophy, and it really is that once you're on your mat, your practice is yours. So your yoga is going to look different than what I'm showing you on camera. And that's for so many different reasons. Our bodies are different. Our movement capacity is different. Our abilities are different. And even from day to day, how you're experiencing stress or ease or joy or any other kind of emotion, any physical sensations that day, like mobility and pain are going to be different from day to day. So even your practice on your mat, not only will it look different from mine, but it'll look different than your own on a day-to-day basis. So please be very open, very forgiving, and very honest with where you are on any given day. Okay? So my philosophy is that I will show you what I'm doing, but your practice is yours. So if you need to take a break on your mat, if you need to do something a little different, as long as it's safe and it's safe for your body, please go ahead and do it. Yoga is meant to support you and help you, especially in this program. It is not meant to give you any pain. It's not meant to get you to stretch beyond your limits, is what I'm trying to say. So please be mindful of that and know that you can adapt it however you need to. There's two types of yoga practice that I like to bring in. I really differentiate them between an active practice and a passive practice. So an active practice is something that is going to warm up your body. We're going to be moving potentially on the ground, mid-range, so kneeling, standing, and any combination of those throughout any practice. The movements are wider, the movements are meant to create more blood flow and create more circulation throughout the body. So I call them an active practice because they're more similar to like going for a walk or doing something that's a little more cardiovascular, not intense, just gets you moving. And then passive yoga is something that I consider to be a colder practice. So we're not really warming up before movements. We're coming in to it considered cold, so we haven't created any blood circulation prior to practice. And we are really using it as a way to relax the nervous system. So yin yoga, restorative yoga poses are really heavy in this passive practice. They're also called passive because they're a way for the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments in the body to start to release tension with just either the weight of your body or simply by staying in a position longer. So it's passive because you're not creating a movement particularly to ensure the relaxation. Your body's doing the work for you, if that makes sense. You'll see as we go along what it means, and I'll pinpoint the difference when I say we're doing an active practice or a passive practice. So keep that in mind. This class, Journey to Pelvic Health, really focuses on pelvic pain and chronic pain, the approaches that I use when I'm working with individuals to highlight what it means to really tackle those areas in a really positive way. So the aim is to stretch and relax hypertonic muscles. So those are extra tight muscles that probably forgot how to relax, and so they can create chronic pain on a regular basis. So with yoga and the stretching, we're reminding them to release, and you can even do that with the breath. So it's a two-pronged approach. The stretching is meant to release the muscle. The breath is meant to release this state of anxiety, this state of chronic pain that your nervous system is being held in, which we'll get into later on. But the breath is meant to remind your nervous system and your body to also relax, and the combination of the two can help to start to ease that chronic pain and that hypertonic muscle tension. So that's the approach that we're taking. The third piece that's also really important, and I'll talk about it a lot, is the pain education piece. So this piece really is, like I said, that cherry on top of everything else. It helps you understand where your ability to control your mindset, your thinking, your language, your behavior, your thoughts around chronic pain, how you can start to understand where you are and also see if you need to change any of those any of those perceptions so that you can live better with chronic pain. I really believe in this. This is what has helped me so incredibly much. It's something I still put into practice. I still have chronic pain. I still have endometriosis. That's never going away. This is part of my life, but I can live well and live better on those days that are challenging by putting this into practice. It's still hard. I still have days that can feel defeating, can feel challenging, but I know I always have something to turn to, and this is what I want to offer you. I want you to know that you have the ability to create change in your life and create change in your physical and mental well-being when it comes to chronic pain. Okay? This is my hope. So I'm going to pass it off, and we're going to just overview the course, some of the expectations, some of the things that we're going to look at in our classes. I'll show you the synopsis and how things will function from week to week in the PowerPoint. So I'll leave you here for now, but I will see you very soon. Take care, and thanks again for clicking yes to being here and joining this journey.